difference in your pistol rounds. Okay, ZETA on attack, Talon on defense, and they want to go for some kind of combo, but interesting. Salvo fast and then insta a shot. Salvo fast, and then ooh, I like this as well. We get the wall on the pistol. They don't have to worry about that. We got a kill trip in heaven. Oh, this is a nice pistol from them.
Boys trying to play around for it, especially with the cage up as well. 10-10 though, just hopping right in, and Jitboy's thrown off balance. Kilowatt tries to refill that space and will be able to do so.
See what Thai is going to be able to do here.
It looks pretty good though for Talon, right? Unless they get timed doing a smoke.
Who doesn't get the shot?
Crouch down, trades in, and also in for Sugar Zero to pick up the double. XDL then trying to hold down the line. He's the last one left alive. Cruise up from garage, something that XDL will have to consider. Spike now picked up.
Do you consider pushing towards spawn or not? Do you even have an idea that a flank is going to be possible? Up a rope, Primi
try to surprise.
Hey, very nice from Primi.
Yeah. Hey,
Very nice.
For Talon, you're on the board early, right? You've got the pistol round.
It is 2-1 for the pistols. That's their first pistol.
Talon is them hitting the shots, taking good space, coming out on top of duels with advantages.
He's down onto split currently. Trying to pick a lot of that off. Talon resurging themselves back in. You gotta love the way that they were pushing out.
And can I just say as well, breath of fresh air that Primi is actually duelist on split and not on deadlock.
Fair enough, fair enough. But I still kind of like the deadlock being in play.
Yeah, I like the deadlock.
Yeah.
I will say the deadlock stuff here was cool though. Oh boy.
Thought to aggress into it, especially with the grav net, but now punished for it.
Oh
Marshall
no.
Shot fired, but 10-10 still picking up the weaponry.
He's so happy to just get dirty in towards these duels, isn't he? Now it's a player advantage for Zeta Division. Yes, it is the pistols. Yes, it's a stinger for 10-10, but it's a 4 versus 3 where you regroup together. Still
TP back his site as well. Smoke goes in.
Players from Talon.
Your boys, here's the TP cages to isolate it. Okay, they get in for someone's back a beat.
Did note Joda has the smoke ready to bust out.
It's a cool little backup play with the smoke deep.
Flash and into the poison
Nice shot.
cloud, but Primi trying to land as many of these flicks as possible. Unfortunately,
Oh my goodness.
Will airstrafe into
He can still one-shot them both, but
Zeta, the spike plant reloads, finds the next target.
12 HP.
The pistol can work. Primi needs
They're both
to get
one
the
shot.
Primi's so low. One shot is all it takes. But where could Clues be? Oh my god, Clues.
He's got 5 seconds to get those.
Yeah, he's gonna get the salvos back.
Yeah, it'll give up his
And
position,
Primi can't tank any of them.
You gotta just remember,
So he should spread them out.
It'll blow Primi over.
Depends on where the spike is planted as well into the default spot. There's a
Spread
really
them.
good chance that he could just hop his
No,
way
don't
Primi
single spot.
updrafts away, holds the angle back.
Oh god, he went back.
No!
Oh my god, the single spot won it.
Rocket.
The single spot actually won it. He timed it wrong.
At all. You want to get on it as quick as possible, but the fact that both salvos are put on the same spot, they're gonna pulse pretty close to each other.
The thing we criticized him for
Heavy
won
lifting
it.
done in the very beginning of that round from 10-10, just getting dirty with the duels. I mean, nearly looking for the 4th in the round before ultimately falling. Biggest B in the bonnet though. That's the eco round.
Dude, he just fully mistimed it because there were 2 on the same spot.
Oh dear.
Well, Zeta will be happy to lap that one up. Buys in full.
If he didn't do it on the same spot, would have got the kill? Maybe.
Feeling that he has a thirst for vengeance as well. In with the Vandal, one away from the Blade Storm. His teammates trying to hold down to the site.
You've just scared Talon away from the site.
They had such a good
You're
start.
have to see big individual plays come out from Primi. Good setups.
Keep pushing out, and that's exactly what they're looking to do. 10-10 in with the flash.
Yeah, there's a gun down there though.
Ground.
Definitely 10-10 needs to relax a little bit in some of these rounds, but the confidence is something that's been winning him rounds. So.
Namely though, still for Zeta, you got all these rifles. You got the post-plant utility coming back soon. We're already up and running. How do you break this defense?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Time to just be bought with all of this destructive util.
Flashed over, salvos in just to check, especially around the pillar, but because of this poison cloud, Sugar Zero can hold the angle so successfully. Primi, once again, trying to carry his team over. finds a quick tap on the Shota. And down to the final player, Clues. Holds as much as possible. The spike going off. Primi
and no time on this one, but
spots him out, but still at the very end of it, nonetheless, a round handed over to ZETA.
Yeah, the spike is going to claim
Primi's
Primi
fragging.
before he can get Clues. He'll make it forward with the ship essentially at the end there, but I did say
rounds.
It had to be Primi to do something in this round. A little bit too little, too late. Gets all 4 with the Vandal, but time to be bought with all of the utility when you're in towards the site. You didn't really need to use too much to get in there as ZETA Division.
And then push with a stinger. Yeah, he's still against the eco though.
This is now maybe where we get a little bit of normal.
I would just tuck in the corner.
The map, right? Proper gun round. Blades are going to come out from Primi, but it's immediately towards the B side of things to start to scope out the opposition of who is here. Is Die on the site, but it is a little bit of a trap at Heaven.
Yeah, it also he's
still going.
Talon offline, and
it's a nice round though. It's out here looking like a.
Can you stop the plant as Killua? Not really.
Like a fanatical.
So it's going to be a player advantage for ZETA yet again in a post plant.
Salvo's already spent. At least he will be able to use the drone to clear out middle in case anyone's set out to the flank. But this is going to be a tough retake for sure, unless Primi can find every single tango.
Oh yeah,
Updrafts,
flash.
But immediately ZETA just backtracks into safety. Killua now off towards the pillar side. Will find the double kill needed. Where could the next few players be? Oh, it kind of
oh my god.
him. And Primi will still land the flicks nonetheless, even finding
how did
the
they
next
even
player
do this? Killua did so much here.
Successfully bouncing back.
Yeah, needed to keep things pretty good in the contest here on Split, so able to answer back despite losing all of that B site control. Quick rotations to come over as well, and then you're just looking for some good coordination, right? When Primi gets in towards the site and they start to get the util down towards Hell, he does note one player towards the defender spawn side of things, and it's just good recognition for him with those blades that he needs to be holding the right angles to get into the jewels.
So this definitely does prove that
Primi could get a crazy score here.
Together, especially now
he's on for an absolutely insane score.
Launch.
Dodge the drone.
Yeah, Primi.
Got a camera on Heaven though.
Getting out the Outlaw. He'd almost be contending for the most kills that we've had of this gun so far. So the right round to kind of bring it out to get some good damage.
Gotta watch out for 10-10 still though. Scopes out as much as possible on the A site.
Yep, and Clues too, by the way. One away from the Armageddon. If you're able to drop that in a round such as this, Sugar Zero to reposition to the backside with 10-10, for example. If there was a gate crash available, there's not, so it would only be Sugar Zero to do something there. You could definitely start to split in towards one of these sites and look to establish a plant yet again.
Ooh, oh, okay, spotted him out. Yep. That tiny glimpse might have informed Talon that there is a rifle on the side of ZETA as well, so now positions noted towards B.
Yeah, 4 players rotated here for Talon.
And a potential Armageddon coming up from Killua. Flushes them possibly in. At least
we'll take down 10-10. Absolutely wrecked. Deadlock crouch net into tail.
Snuck in. Ah, yes. So nonetheless, with the classic, still shots found by Talon being able
there is so much
so much
B spam right now.
Successfully secures the round for Talon.
As many as they can get on this defensive side, you might think, right, when you consider that it is running the double sentinel role for them as well, Jit Boys and Cruz there. Need to see a lot more control. I want to see, you know, personally, a couple more different positions that they're putting a lot of that utility down. If you're playing disconnected on the B site and focusing more on towards the likes of mid and A, you know, how are your retakes structuring? Are you still feeling pretty confident to completely have retakes over towards the B site, or are you trying to now counter 10-10, for example, when you're getting in towards these rifle rounds, these ults are available, putting your util a little bit further back.
And
right now,
Talon still thinking that there's going to be B spam, so they go for a double. Lower over towards B.
Little by little, finding the right timing, the right gaps over to this side of things.
That's precisely what they've done. A lot of space already.
It's really fast from ZETA.
A Heaven. Primi trying to mark as much as possible. It is the Outlaw though. So needing to play with caution. Armageddon will flush Primi out of position, but he still lets his mark.
Primi still gets one.
Target.
TP's nice, big swing there.
Slither in with a shrouded
What
step.
the hell?
Jit Boys will be able to lock one out, but still, Cruz now down towards the middle.
Oh, and he's denied from getting the
mid
TP.
teleport.
Oh,
Still
boy.
though, at least a spike
Yeah, and
picked up by
Spike's gonna get
Clues
caught
will be
midway
able to bring it
through,
over
maybe.
across mid.
Yeah, but the difference of a 3 versus 3 now to the 2 versus 3, you get the pit down
Viper
nice and
goes
early. You
down.
can start to get this rotation for the spike.
Or the
but again,
blunt.
strength in
Tell you what, this
numbers
Viper was
for
kind of
Talon, a
nice though.
drone from
A lot of the
Killua
times
can
it gives
find
you a
all the
lot of
information in this
space.
pit.
The space is, yeah,
See how
and there's
Talon
no one
plays
flanking.
this. Die marking close by. Here comes the drone. Instantly destroyed by Clues, and he's trying to hang close by. Does have the salvos, but trying to play for the pit as much as possible until Killua launches the assault. Shota now. Here's the spike tap. But the
No
player
way.
hopped up and dived
Jumped down
from
onto him.
behind. Unexpected. Jit Boys
Okay, nicely
doing
handled
what's
from
needed
Talon.
for Talon.
Drop from above. When you've got numbers advantages, it gives you just a little bit more options to do something there as Talon. Not able to really find too much when you're in the pit there. And again, you know, one of the biggest things, that investment over towards the A site, some timing from Shota. But I think for me, not able to have that 3 versus 3 at the end there, and Clues not able to double down, makes things awkward for Shota to try and close that one out in the pit itself. So, bit of good recognitions here from Talon. A couple of rounds on the board, but it is still early, Quack. It's real early here in the 2-4 mark.
Dude, the rare.
And we've now
The rare
had
tech
the
balls in
curse
Pacific.
appear.
These ones normally last for a long time though.
Well, it's all right. We'll give the players a little bit of
Rare? No, honestly, in
in
comparison to America's and EMEA, it is rare.
play at their top form.
Top form is definitely what we do want to see, right? Again, the weight on this series, you know, kind of can't be understated, rather, right? Talon, this is the series that defines
Mindfreak
if
will
they get
play
in
later?
towards
No,
playoffs or
Palm
not,
will play.
Start to get some playoff points.
Mindfreak's
you know, you'll look towards
home,
stage
right?
2 for them to see if they're going to be able to get back onto the world stage at some point.
They have been doing incredibly well, and kind of like what the coaching staff of Talon have been saying, you know. I think Frost does feel a little bit more of the responsibility. He's been saying that this is like kind of the most talented squad that he's ever coached.
Yeah, and there's growing pains, right? There's learning curve for them. When you do consider that Killer and Thai are still relatively new to this roster, well, they are brand new. Primi is still kind of learning as well, right? It's a very young roster of talent that he's got here. Then he needs to work alongside, you know, other coaches, staff. You also have to work alongside Cruz very closely here for some translation things.
Primi, chance to keep farming. This is a lot of light armors that he's against. Get a couple of stingers. Is a tech pause, not a tack pause, so
that's it.
It's not like they're going to change anything up in terms of the pace.
Collect themselves and bring things back in towards
Cruz.
their favor. Talon doing a magnificent job.
Must have missed that one.
With a lot of utility already spent.
Definitely starting to see a little bit of the time on the deadlock not
He wasn't taken out, so it's all right.
Not working yet.
Annihilation as well, and a lot of stinger rounds already being fired off. Stealth drone now spotting up.
Nice early dash from Primi once he sees the drone.
Twice about hitting garage.
Yeah.
He really might farm this.
Charge on towards Primi, who has the Outlaw at the right spot with the shields that these players have. That's why 125 ain't enough.
Just the pixel of the back being spotted out. Now Thigh to hold down the line will get flashed away for a second with the
nice
paranoia.
TP from
but he
Sugar
sends out
Zero.
one of his own. Sugar Zero now getting gunned down, and Shota to refill space.
What does Jit Boys want to do? He wants to try and find the timing here. 2 versus 2, remember, and that just
they can both tank shots.
Set up for a plant.
Also weapons picked up.
30 seconds left.
The Outlaw could be quite deadly in the hands of
God,
Cruz.
that really was the chance, I feel like.
Attempt at stunning things up, but here comes
Great
the
ult.
Annihilation.
Yeah, you
does rob one away.
And they got the best person for it.
Towards Cruz to hold down the line as Cruz
You're not going to have to break that with an Outlaw.
But nonetheless, Talon to regain
It's a
control.
really good ult.
Yeah, 2 versus 2, Gravnet and Annihilation. Feel the need to invest that one there. It's not too bad, I won't lie, right? We need to see some more dominance from Talon, highlighting the fact that they are on this defensive side with this double sentinel role. Want to see some good structure come out from them, some good usage of that utility as well. And in a round such as that, right, good heads-up play from Primi to hold a superior line with the Outlaw as well to get the first damage started.
Cruz already used his Gravnet,
It's bit of a belter
refreshes
on
in
this
40
defensive
seconds
side.
these
15
days.
kills so far.
And now for the op being pulled out.
Yep.
We've gone from an outlaw to an up. Does ZETA expect this?
Big on the snipers. We heard from Pilsky earlier. On a map like Lotus, you play around these Vipers walls with an operator. You can do the same.
And Talon really, sorry, ZETA really fast with their rounds at the moment. Get over towards mid.
So kind of just playing on the back of the timing from Shota there, and the rest of the team, how many numbers might be on the back of it. Wow.
In the first 10 seconds.
Has to hit one and get out, or hear the drone and potentially get out a little bit earlier.
Okay, drone to clear middle, drone to scout over towards A.
He doesn't have the tailwind propped up. This could be dangerous. Oh, he legged and then traded out by XDL with an incredible shot.
Good high jump.
Oh my goodness, 10-10 snuck into its fence as well. So while Talon rotates on over, they might not expect a lot of players beginning to
see what Cruz has got. The bait might work out well. We had a jump spot that they saw from spawn.
Seeing the gap for 10-10 as the Rolling Thunder goes in.
Insane timing. Stun onto Cruz though.
He's completely pinned down. Still goes for the swing
man, he got the low HP. That was it.
To find one kill.
4 versus 2. Going into a post plant here. Need to see some massive things come out from the rookies now.
Still playing sneaky.
Oh, this is nice from him though.
He's already.
There's so many players that like stick up there for way too long.
We'll be able to spot him out inside of that poison cloud. Not bad, but still working against numbers and time. XDL, long range shot all from A.
Good morning, Weber. Hello, mate.
Thigh left alone and cold. Still attempting to break through. Paranoia sent through. It does flash up, but he has to consider way too many angles. Nice. Allows for Sugar Zero to recenter and pick the round back up.
I think 1-9 loss bonus. They're sitting at 3-4 and 2. Yeah, you probably force that.
To fully activate if you want to have some longevity in the round. It might feel like just there.
The timing this round, yeah, this time is kind of crazy.
You know, peeks through the poison cloud before it blossoms a little bit there. For
I mean, this timing was still like a thing. He's standing in the corner as the breach ult goes in.
So reel those in just a little bit. Unfortunate, by the way, that Primi with that operator isn't able to establish a advantage for Talon there.
Wait, you really sick, Webs?
Keep things close on this map. ZETA start to get closer. You win this round. You reset the economy of Talon. You're looking 4-5, 5-5 tie-up. So this is an important swing round on this first half.
And for Talon to truly shut that down if possible. ZETA has been creating a lot of havoc across the A side, and hence we see the double sentinel setup over on that portion of the map. Triple stack on B. We'll see if that pays out.
Okay, this is going to spot.
I'm wondering if ZETA are going to be able to recognize that mid is going to be quite absent of presence. You're not seeing any, wall come up from Cruz, any refresh of smokes.
They didn't get to the corner though.
Shota's just hanging about, playing with his own utility, looking for quite the late
And you
lurk.
spot the Omen, it's literally only the Jet that could be here.
Doesn't appear to be the game plan for ZETA to head over to
the
mid
great Omen
soon,
flash.
So just trying to break straight through out from Garage. They haven't spotted Primi out just yet. Kills found and exchanged fairly.
And the thing is, they the thing is they
backpedals.
And now you got to see Shota kind of cut off a bit of these rotates.
Fight and do stuff.
So try and find that of his own because
my goodness.
To this B side. It's just Cruz with 30 seconds.
They fight and do stuff so early that even like when this all fails, they have so much time to go back around the map.
The Sentinel util. This is the best scenario for Talon.
Jet Boys has so much to play around.
Can he find the frags? Repositions into the cage, and it's a kill trip! Second cage up, and the snake bite forces him out of position where he does
bro, look at him go. Got another one. It's non-stop util.
Showing up by heaven, and it just buys time away. The round is as good as over. Jet Boys to swing. XDL still trying to kill as many as possible.
Disgusting
but not
little
to be
setup.
Found. Talon moves upward.
Yeah,
double
that's
sentinel.
A bit of a bad moment.
Util stacked over towards B.
In that round when they start to get the kills around the B site finally to make the
decision
to
towards
rotate in towards the A site, where I'm highlighting the fact we've seen nothing in mid, right? Shota didn't see any aggression, didn't see any refreshing of utilities, no wall from Deadlock in male or in middle of itself, right? So you're getting this idea of they probably want to end up on the B site, right? The A site, completely unknown territory going into there where there is the Cypher utility, the Deadlock utility.
Primi, yeah, he messed up a little bit, but still won the round though.
Into the initial setups of
thing is, I still think that Talon's comp should be like pretty good
generally been checked so
on
far
attack.
By the likes of
still have the Cypher to create a lot of pressure.
Shrouded stepping into the site almost every time
the Deadlock grab net
kind of done that
with the Jet dash.
So Primi able to get 2 on the back of that as well. Nicely done.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's good adjustments.
We've got
is
to
the biggest thing right now.
Agree for sure. I mean, adjustments all across the board, but also just pretty exceptional calling by Cruz to set up that round in that defense. So timeout now from ZETA. Trying to approach things maybe somewhat differently.
ZETA getting their attacking half.
I
mean, I think they should. I think they'll be happy with 4, but honestly, I do just think that
the answer is no.
Talon's comp will be good on attack.
Cruz this time.
They're nice comp in general. Like, I like it.
Thigh in towards Garage. He does have the graph net ready.
Like, anytime you put Deadlock into a team, your strat book could just be huge. Contact, Omen Flash, Insta Salvos. Oh dear God. Oh God.
Armageddon sent through. Oh, and he finds the sprays as well. Clues, a triple, the 4K. Will it be the ace? Clues trying to dance around, trying to stay alive. Will he trap water and stay afloat, or will he get spotted out? The drone at least, but still
really
the right
that.
Clicks. Killua now trying to
This is sick, though. Really cool.
And he does just that, but what an incredible round coming out from Cruz.
Trying to do his
with the ult.
Impression, it would appear
They've done they've done 2 things
to
now where they're trying to do GravNet into ult.
I will be the pessimist in this round. It's just an eco. Why are you investing the Armageddon? No, it's fine. 10-10 also in the middle of that, by the way, gets out of dodge through the gate crash, but just really heads up
I think at this point,
Cruz to get all those kills, and there you go.
Heck yeah.
Not as elevated as textures are, but hey, you know.
No, way more defeated, yeah.
But that is the dream. You know where I'm going with this. The dream for every Deadlock player. Now though, 10-10.
Oh, they wanted to do it again. It's kind of smart. They double layer it, and they're thinking, well, they won't do it again because they have the ult. Is the idea? Dude, this is my favorite Omen ult. We used to do this every.
That's an ambitious TP, but it's.
We used to do this every single time. This is a heavily underrated Omen ult.
Bit scrappy around the site.
I still like the idea from Talon. You use the ult, and then you think they can't do it again, and you do it again, but use the salvos. It's kind of nice.
Got to see some, you know, we don't always rather see. Just
yeah, this is the. I'm telling you, this is such an underrated Omen ult. Has crazy high success rate. It's so hard to deal with.
That's something that we haven't seen from ZETA quite before. Now being able to show that up, it definitely surprises Talon.
Can't they hear the ult? Yeah, they can hear the ult, but then you're like forced to either swing out here, and then this guy can flash you from the info, or you have to go deal with him and they get a free sight. It's very similar to like what happens on C and Lotus, really.
Down the double in for the trade, and then the mid push now.
Yeah, Shota's done his job there. Can't use the pit in this last round, unfortunately, anymore. But now you might have done enough for your team, unless your boys does something dastardly.
Oh, he's been good so far, especially in that previous round. Now working around his cage is the Neuro Theft as well, revealing his opponent's positions.
Ooh, Cruz.
Stealthy.
Unexpected, really? Or maybe not. XDL had an idea. Couldn't quite get it, and now it's a player advantage.
Yeah, and now they know the towards here is free. I mean, I say free.
Rope, confirming the information, clues. A must-win duel individually here if he wants to keep on going.
Does he go back and join his teammate?
Sugar Zero also not going to be with him just yet. Into the A site, you got to clear all this util, because last time you lost to it all. But a plant to go down. Let's see how they navigate to the 2 versus 3, where they do have salvos and an Armageddon available.
From the shadows for a little bit more information as well, but you have to wonder where Cruz is at some point. Sugar Zero, though, holding the off angle. The double swing does not favor Talon.
Spotted.
It's a lovely TP afterwards as well. He's there so fast. Really nice 3v2. Do they got 5? They should be pretty happy with 5 against the double Sentinel. This was a fun half to watch though.
Multi-frags to come out from these players. Well, Primi
had some nice stuff.
Map on this Jet. Not the most common agent that we start to see on Split anymore. But I'm interested to sort of see what it's going to look like on this flip up as well now, right? When you consider the last time that Talon ran this map, it was, you know, with Governor and with Ban. Agents were quite different in this look. And after a map 1,
Did I see the Simon stuff? Yeah, I saw the Simon stuff.
On the whole, you know, superstitious,
He wasn't like working enough for the coach, right? Basically, it's basically a disagreement between him and the coach.
They need to play on the back of that mindset here. This map needs to be winnable to push us in towards the 3rd in Icebox.
Without a doubt, or even just to again push themselves into.
What happened to Simon? It's something that happened. It's just more like light on why he has been benched.
So you need all of your pieces really working a treat.
It's basically just.
And for talent,
he wasn't working as hard as the coach wanted, and then they had a bit of a conflict.
Didn't drop those last 2 rounds, right? Some good initiative plays to come out from ZETA. You know, working in the scrap as well, right?
As in like him and the coach.
Everybody has to just be extremely attentive in those scenarios, like the last map. We saw ZETA not pulling out utility in those rounds where they didn't need to. So on the flip up, let's see if Premi's going to continue with some great fragging success now onto this attacking side, if he can get set up well by the team, or if ZETA are going to start to mount out some good defenses of their own.
A lot of expectations for a young player.
What do we got?
Certainly living up to it currently. For now, at least, Talon begins with the 1-3-1 stealth drone up to clear out as much as possible around mid.
Just slowly but steady.
Oh, 10-10.
See if Talon want to continue to go up.
Pyro TFT with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 21 months.
You don't have that Viper.
Yeah. What you do have, though, is an early trapwire push through A main that Jitboys has to commune to the team to get ready for the possibility of a flank through spawn, a flank through sewers, 10-10. Does he think better of it? He's confident. Whoa! Jewel.
My goodness.
That's a great shot to come out from him. And now you've got
he like you can see he kind of like prepped himself up for the swing there.
Sure. Talon now
nice.
Thinking if they need to.
Okay, so I kind of like this from Talon though. They're gonna make it look like they're insta-reacting over towards B, but then we've got Space taking over towards A, and there should, in theory, only be one person here.
That's information.
Flashes to get himself away, but also for Primi to now begin an assault into the B site. Killua will find 10-10.
Clues there, I think, plays that for sure wrong. Like, if I'm thinking minimap-wise where they think everyone is, they think there's only one here. For him to swing out like this, instead of either pushing behind for the reaction or being over towards heaven late, is beyond me. I think he really plays that badly.
You got salvos.
I mean, you know how long it takes to break
like
this wall with the
like
pistols.
He's been baited in. He has to play like he's been baited in, not give him 50-50 duel.
Locations here.
Ooh, time bot away with the grab net now.
And it's just buying time for Killua, right? This is lovely for him. The longer he can hold the salvos, the better.
Sensors tripped. Ooh, but quick with
That's
the
low HP though.
Zero. Salvos now sent in.
Smoke goes out. Salvos go in.
Smoked it off, remember.
Not the best gun to spam with, but
look at where Shoda's looking.
Ooh, nice shot.
ZETA nice will secure the pistol round in an attempt to even things out.
Yeah,
okay, we get a little
just a little bit
1-1 on every map.
Cruz try and get something. Remember, he was a bit low in HP in that environment there. Lots of jewels around the map, actually, right? The early one,
Belogski with the tier 1. Thank you for the 3 months,
really
mate.
Split across the map, unintended, into the B site, around the A side as well. Can kind of feel like a little bit of a flip of a coin in which way it's going to end there in the 2 versus 2, but I think just the favor at the end for the ZETA guys playing together, having options with the smokes as well. And a lot of time to play with still, technically, against Killua there.
Is there any chance to farm up the ecos?
There's also 10-10 in with the Outlaw.
Oh, that's a nice way to start it.
Primi, he will find the collateral. Off of that, B no longer a viable option, or at least Garage.
EDG
anyway.
fans are now saying EDG stands for Emotional Damage Gaming.
Pretty much just done, right?
Because Simon was very well liked by the fans.
Now 2 versus 5. Who do you favor to kind of pick up extra orb points, right?
I mean, that's the best that you can hope for, but even right now, just having that many players already gone right off the rip.
And it makes it scarier too, right? With a more defensively inclined agent set that Talon are running.
That's not injury.
Well, now to be tied up, essentially, unless they have a generational fumble as ZETA.
Nah, no chance. That's not happening. Primi, that's not happening. He's still going to try, though. Pelts him over with that water gun of his,
why do they play so eager against the ecos? They're so eager. They really just won the eco kills.
Plat in, which is great money already, so not too bad of a round from Talon.
Still, it could have been clean.
Damage will get to carry on.
And into the bonus round, holding some good weaponry, right? I'll say good. A couple of Spectres and an Outlaw, unless we see any upgrades for them. Definitely going to be workable with some sort of trap plays too.
Oh yeah, Spectre, close range.
Good try.
Good try. Thanks, Yoru.
Just throw a little bit of BM over onto Talon. Well, not quite. You know, it's just the agent voice line. But that said,
Who hides against pistols? I'm not wanting you to hide against the pistols. I'm just not wanting you to do this.
And we're already starting to see, you know, a little bit of these lineups as well come in on recognizing Gravnet plus salvos can be powerful. Not seeing any bodies yet really found by that just yet. An opening kill here is going to be quite important for both sides.
Okay, the bonus isn't great unless you're a Master Spectre believer. There's been some mad stuff this week. We have an insta aggro for Zeta, and that broke a lot of util.
Got some T's in the flip side.
Very much needed, but also for TLN to play with Shorty.
Okay, this is interesting. They spot the Cypher. Cypher baits it out, so hopefully have one here, and then they just double swing.
Audible for Talon, but not quite. He does get Crash away.
And to the A side of things too. So uses the second one to get back if needed, but Garage control. Thrown over towards Talon.
It is CQB though, so you are toying with your life if you just push into that smoke. Talon, opting to play with discipline.
Again, the good thing about the deadlock on this is the Cypher's really good for defaulting over towards A, and the deadlock's really good for defaulting over towards B. Like this trip around here, it's very hard to reclear. You kind of just got to commit to it. And if there is someone here, you're going to lose, because you're either facing the wrong way or you're going to get stunned.
Again, for Talon, they're going to be taking a couple of different duels at the same time across the map. XDL has to be careful. Wow. Shota has to be careful.
So both sides playing extremely cautious, but Talon have also somewhat slipped the net.
30 seconds.
So with two players deep into the A site now, they will find 10-10. Also a bit of information for Shota with the jump peaks, but ultimately for Talon to begin their push. Smokes out, Sugar Zero tries to reposition, close range with the Spectre.
Play.
Does meet its
an
mark.
absolute play.
Sugar Zero taking down Killua. And with the spike down, 10 seconds left to go, Talon needs to sprint over to get the spike down.
It's all right, though. They can. It's a player advantage for Talon. Landed a little bit in an uncomfortable situation in the moment, but they have a time to establish here.
And you've got the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz has done nice.
Here, do you?
Oh, he hears that as well. Oh, but what? Sugar Zero! Even though he expected it, somehow falling short, a little bit of reactions, but not too bad because we've got Premi right here to cover up all of the.
I did not think he was going to get that one.
So not too bad. Talon will
ends up being a pretty good bonus from them. Did nice damage.
Yeah, winning out on that bonus round of their opponents, but it does get a little bit down to the wire, right? You consider what if they were looking at Heaven at that A site, right? You start to lose your ability to rotate back on over. What if Sugar Zero was able to find just a second one when the spike goes down and he doesn't eventually get to lurk around, and the time a factor as well, right? You don't want to see another scenario for any real team like RRQ the other week where they couldn't get a single attacking round. The time just being an enemy.
Okay, Talon wanting to keep this one
Saves upon bad rounds,
nice and easy.
Time ticking down, not leaving yourself
Pressure over
space.
towards A, hit over towards B with a late luck.
In a situation like that.
Certainly can be tricky.
And now we're going to set up for what may well be a bit of a creep up contact execute. Heavy onto the site.
Perhaps a bit
Sugar
of
Zero gets a smoke in one.
From either 10-10, or maybe just a bit from Sugar Zero. But
Smoke just came down.
Side,
Roman Flash is good. Wait. Oh no, I got no space. The VOD's dead.
Too shallow. Couldn't dash into his own smoke there,
delete some stuff in a bit.
And he gets taken out. That's your way in towards one of these sites gone. And now you have to play on the back of a lean or pulling players away from this B site to try and get on in, because now it becomes a slower, more methodical play from the Talon guys. No salvos, no grab.
Nah, it's my PC. Honestly, I thought it was the Observer PC.
Dwindle on down pretty rapidly, 30 seconds.
But you have meandered your way upwards into a Heaven. Now Cruz creating more presence over onto the B site with the Annihilation as well. Mid-round calls being sent over. Shota trying to hold down the angles, but still gunned down.
Man, Sugar Zero plays so smart.
Playing inside of the smokes. He's
I'm not sure they have time for this.
let that cape flow in the wind. 10 seconds
I don't think they have
left.
time for this.
XDL in a prime position,
I don't think you have time for this.
Whoa,
no, cancel.
There's no time to plan.
Oh, God.
Find the kill at the very least, but Sugar Zero now sliding
Holy.
back and forth over onto the 4K and a beautiful Red Bull clutch to even up the score.
I mean, technically,
I mean, he doesn't know who has the spike.
He
doesn't know who has the spike, so his play is right. But as we can see, it's wrong. God, it's nuts, though. It's absolutely insane.
Trades that come on out, but it's Sugar Zero again, just in his own smokes around the B site, making it his own territory. And he plays with the heartstrings coming on over towards the A site there.
Let's free some space.
Just ridiculous. And that guy is an S-rank hunter for sure. We do have Primi now with the blades. Talon onto a bit of an eco.
Yeah, another moment when we just seem to see somebody go large on Talon's side. I don't believe Jitboys was actually just spotted there going for the cross. He wasn't. Traded in the end.
And with nothing else spotted, a bit more information for ZETA.
God, that was a mad round to watch. Ooh, dude. Look at him go, man. He's everywhere. Look at his range of TPs. It's like a little B site's a playground for him. Having so much fun.
And he's looking to collect more heads, but it's not quite going to happen. Aim can only help you this much. Cruz now
lovely little swing. Dude, if we literally just think of the TPs we've seen from him, we had this round where he got smoked off, he TPs behind them. We had this one where he had the ult, he TPs up here. We have another one when they're pushing over towards site, he's TPing over towards here. Obviously we've got the normal ones, we can just TP in between back of site, but he's showing us the full range.
10 kills for 2 of the players, 11 kills for the other 2, but there's a member that's going pretty nuclear on this map, a little bit silently, right? Sugar Zero is certainly getting involved in these rounds time and time again, getting a lot of multi-frags.
He's been a thorn in Talon's side with how he's repeatedly or successfully anchoring down the B side.
Bringing back some memories that he does. He is the king of B side, you're right.
3 players.
Always has been.
So much utility dumped in.
Do they overheat though?
I was going to say, and 10-10 does like to overheat a little bit. Dude, an op onto this round would have been really nice, but...
As Talon to go together.
Talon happy to cool them off.
No ultimates available for ZETA here.
And they maybe should have just been happy with it, but...
more for Talon.
Yep, and they've still got...
I like that they wanted to change something up. Okay, Talon have to capitalize off this. They gotta win this one.
My only sort of question on this round was going to be, do you use the neural theft there and then get the info and leave? Because you spotted out Sugar Zero, you spotted out Shota. These controllers can certainly find some things around this A site to force you from going in.
Is it me or them?
That's certainly what they're trying to do, especially hearing the footsteps towards middle now. Middle smoked off, a bit more presence out from Jitboys.
A nice little one-pass and fake.
Into the alpha site.
Shota, his timing might be really unlucky because of Primi being late. Yeah.
Primi playing it safe. You got that crucial barrier mesh up as well now for the sonic sensors to get deployed. Armageddon to flush Shota away. He might just dive in alongside his teammates.
Rolling Thunder used as well.
Reach short in a 3v4 when you're winning 9-8.
Beautiful with how it all combos together. Salvo's out in an attempt to create more space, but
gotta call it.
It's still blocked off. Cruz now sneaking up from behind, will find his target. XDL will find the trade, but nonetheless,
and Talon definitely get a big win because they got that breach short out of them as well.
Yeah, that Rolling Thunder.
That's a rock. Yeah, it's not a good.
From XDL on the back of getting the kill towards that B side, not able to get any value out of that, unfortunately. A bit of a humbling moment it might be for ZETA on this defensive side, looking for the control in garage really early on and not seeing anybody close from the side of Talon. A good adjustment for them to get in towards the A site, where it's, again, just getting them the time to set up for the post plant. With this composition that they are running, if they're able to get into the post and properly set out a lot of this utility, it can be pretty difficult to get a
force them
retake
down
on.
to an eco. And it's the full eco. Everyone's adopting the full eco.
At least now, currently, all classics just trying to find as much advantage as possible. The outdoor picked up.
Yeah, and it's a very spread default at the moment for the teams too. Don't want to see anybody overreach as Talon. Want to try and get double digits first. Push us in to that map 3, of course, for those that may just be joining.
What, 2 of them?
Talon has been playing.
They can. I mean, they can get 2 of them if they want it.
A really
3 of them? They can get 3 if they want.
Retrieve as much information as possible, especially with that toxic screen.
Another moment where JitBoys has just kind of been able to freely get up the ramp and find opening in towards this A site.
Still though, gotta watch out possibly for XDL, who is currently blocked off by the Cyber Cage. So a bit of an opportunity for JitBoys to go on a tear. Second kill found. Now XDL keeping himself concealed inside the dark cover. Will spring against Cruz. Primi now finding more targets across the map. Spike ultimately planted. Objective found by Talon. 10-10 in with a blindside, but to no avail. JitBoys holding the angle. Crosshair a little
Still
bit
doing the right
too far
damage.
upside. But nonetheless, everything pretty much
How?
down. No,
He's 22
XDL,
HP.
What have you done?
It's okay, hang on.
He's low HP.
Got Thai, who has a flash, who has smokes. He has TPs that can bait.
Still though, creeping forward.
Oh
Thai,
my goodness.
nonetheless, with an elevated angle,
Insane
simply
damage.
dispatch of his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, XDL certainly gives that one a crack, right? He used the Rolling Thunder just the round prior, and now he's 2 away from being able to grab it and use it again. If he's somehow able to get it in a round such as this, right, you've got Dimensional Drift to go in for a retake and then use that to stun up your opponents.
Okay, here we go. Pick up the gun.
Really good retake if you do want to just give the site over.
Let's see this. Crouch, crouch.
So there's some
Oh,
options
nice
that ZETA
movement.
have to start to collect upon in the last few rounds of this map.
Still, really impressive plays coming up from
That was
ZETA
insane.
currently. The individual
Okay, so they opt for the
so
one
far
op.
have been impressive, Komodo.
Operator though for 10-10. And a miss at Smark for the first show in here.
Nonetheless noted by Talon, so you need to watch out for it. Grafnet into Salvo combo, but
Nice, this is
Tenten's
good,
gone.
like instant
JitBoys
reposition
not
from
able
him.
to establish a good lurk
Do
this
lose
time.
mid control though, what's their
Quickly
reaction?
dealt with. Talon now tries to press the issue.
Oh, this
Forced
is a
out by the
sick ult.
Armageddon though, and that's gonna be Sugar Zero holding down the line.
Bro, this guy
Double
just
kill
dominates B.
As Talon tries to descend in, but it's not gonna happen. Just Thigh now. And he's hiding inside of the smokes. Tries to avoid the stealth drone, but lo and behold, 10-10 nearby. Still gonna be the kill being found at the very end of it
Very,
all.
very nice. This is a great,
It
was a great times tail as well.
Either force them back towards mid or push them in towards the site, and then you're dropping into a little uncomfortable situation. As I said, JitBoys not able to establish a lurk there. So great little work to come out from
That's so
ZETA. Again,
nice,
another
man.
multi-frag to come through from the likes of Sugar Zero. Really chasing 30 in this map, it feels like at the moment, but as we do get tied up at the 10-10 mark, Talon are going to call for their first timeout.
Somewhat needed. It's been a bit of a... Is it really
Yeah,
though?
I mean, it was a little bit
gonna
rough
say a bit of a
from
seesaw
Talon.
affair,
Saw the
but given
flash.
how ZETA
Not
has
fully
been
ready
stringing
for
a
it,
couple
but
of rounds
it's the
together
time of
so
the
far in
ult that
this,
they're just like, well,
defensive
we gotta
half,
send
they've
it.
been doing a really good job of keeping Talon honest.
Yeah, it's a little reminiscent for how ZETA were going up against T1, where it's not a complete backwards and forwards affair, right? It's a couple of
God,
rounds
do they
here
have
and
no
there
money?
before ultimately that went in towards
4 of them had to
overtime.
rebuy in that eco.
ZETA were able to win that one.
So
Bloodshot?
for our
Yeah, Bloodshot's
opening
today.
game, but
In
yeah, but
5.5 hours.
I kind of put on that series that it was.
They
a bit
can
of a
buy?
riddle,
Okay.
Right, because T1 was still running what they were running on Masters. There's a lot of tape that you can start to look at them.
This is a Talon that hasn't played this map since kickoff, and in
Here
with
comes
a new
video. Yeah, I
composition
need
as
to. I
well.
need
So
to
for
do.
ZETA
I
to
need
be
to do
able
the picks today.
really bring such an even score.
And a different environment as well.
Yeah, the
right?
op
Because
is
we
still
know Talon
out,
that they're gonna be even
and
hungrier to try and catch a win
I mean,
here,
it's a 2-4
get in
loss
towards
bonus,
playoffs,
but
get some more reps with
would
the
be
new
an
roster as
eco.
well, and really try to look towards stage 2 as where you
really
might get your
important rounds.
big amounts of damage happening, but you still
A
got the
lot of
possibilities
ults
here.
here. This
On the
looks
back of
like
the
it should be
timeout now.
kind of hard for Talon.
Let's see what depth that
They're
they
up
do
against a
have
lot.
on this attacking side.
A wee bit of garage control. Stealth drone out towards the middle.
Able to get not too much info,
Yeah,
but
he
it did
saw him,
spot
I
out
think.
10-10. So out of dodge, operator 2.
But that's the other thing about 10-10 is he can go anywhere because of the gate crash.
Yeah, as we
but
can
where do
see
you
vision
kind of
blocked over
expect him to
towards
go as
middle,
Talon
so
now, right? If you kind
does
of
create a question
are
mark,
able to
like they
find him
might have
yet
just
again
pushed
and
over
adjust
towards mid.
accordingly, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
So it does take some informed decision making.
Yeah, this is nice though. Double.
As ZETA, happy enough, as they know you can't plant there, and as
Like
long as you watch
they're positioned very well for
in terms of mail, in terms of event, you've also
they're positioned very well for
got
everything.
call as
You got info.
pop up.
A really
assist you.
Great spot for him to send out that stun as well. Now he spots the heads and he's playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah, just needs to be careful he doesn't get caught pulling utility out there as well. So just making sure that he's got some timing for the team.
Oh no.
Salvo's used as well.
3-person stack over towards B. I'm seeing the A rotate go out. It's a B split.
25 seconds.
25 seconds ago, Molly spots him early. We still got Omen Flash.
Here as well. Okay, I was going to say, make sure you clear that.
Working against
Omen
Talon
Flash
now,
missed.
they've got to push
Still
up.
gets one.
The trades will be found, but still, can they get the spike down soon
Yeah, he
enough?
might be able to get spiked though with this ult.
Time and more information, crucial information for his team. This could be a fault line setup. Cruz, though, will be able to swing back around and just goes for the full spray in towards CT. 10-10 out of the dimensional
nice
drift
from him.
with the up close range. He will find another shot.
Dude, he's got
Just
salvos
left,
and spin flashed.
He's stunned and blinded up. ZETA will move forward with an 11 score line.
The boys had no chance into this. ZETA was way too good.
ZETA's way in that round at all, did it? As soon as Clues is able to find that kill, just
Okay,
watching
Talon
over,
have
as I
the
said,
eco
from any
chat.
stretch where the mid players might have been able to go.
They're sitting at
and it's kind of
about
easy
3K on
pickings
3 of
for
them.
30 seconds to go. A bit of a delayed trap util play.
Dude, why does
in
it
the
feel
heavens
so
with the snake
laggy,
bite and the
chat?
paranoia
Is it
missing,
me?
but Sugar Zero good for one.
Feels like it's me.
The snakes bite and the paranoia missing, but Sugar Zero good for one. And then when the dimensional drifts up, yeah, you're trying to stop the plant from going down. It doesn't really work out, but 10-10 is just able to stand and deliver with the operator yet again. A new look to Talon that is, to ZETA Division, which is
all smiles.
Quite impactful.
The low buy is...
Couldn't agree
the
more.
low buy is
Meanwhile,
okay.
For Talon, though, conversely, I'm starting to feel very tense.
Oh, mate, you're kind of worried at this juncture right now. A bit of a half buy from them. If they drop it, it's 2 map points and series points to ZETA. And that's Talon's playoffs gone.
Hence buying up quite a bit in this round. Will it pay off though? Talon.
Yeah, it should be. Should be everything, Sonya.
Primi will capitalize. That could be an open A site now. But the Rolling Thunder, quick on the draw from XDL, flushes them over into Shota, who pushes up with a Vandal.
Oh my god.
Primi trying to dance around, but it's
his
not gonna
ult was
happen.
incredible,
XDL
and they got
just
info on the
collapses
last.
towards a broken Talon. Bent but not broken.
Damn, bro, nice shot also.
Back,
2 chances. Talon gets a full buyout, but that was great breach ult. We went from rough breach ult over towards A into round-winning breach ult into Vence.
They have been pulled 6 feet under there, and I've got to say, that was a
I went
great
flying. He nearly flew over the crosshair so he didn't see him. It was almost insane.
An operator shot missed out. You think in the 4 versus 3, oh, there's an opportunity
just
here for Talon
landed
to
next
maybe
to him.
pilfer away around, but just great utility usage from ZETA as they will find themselves on map and series point. And I'm expecting the timeout here from Talon, and you need to come out with a great decision for these next 2 rounds here to push us
some big
into
rounds
the
right here.
Scenario.
It's gonna need a bit of something drastic, something that will really push them ahead. Certainly feeling a lot of pressure on their shoulders right now, Talon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for ZETA, I mean, no offense, right? But is this really ZETA that we're looking at right now? They're looking so coordinated, incredibly sharp, and quick on the reactions as well.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna give the man the fuel here, aren't I? Paper thin? What do you know?
Yeah.
No, ZETA are performing really well in this
No,
series.
they are
They
looking
have
good.
absolutely come prepared, and they are playing with some great elements.
This is an insane B lockdown.
Some great adjustments, some great calls, not scared in the duels as well. Right?
Give me
Not
the
playing more passive.
2022
So let's
flashbacks.
see what Talon have come out with from that timeout. Nothing too aggressive from them. I'm seeing a bit of a shift from ZETA too, by the way. Poison Cloud in mid, where we've seen Talon look to get a lot of control, a lot of information to try and then pivot towards these sites. This time, you're not going to be able to do that as easy.
Not to mention just the fact that they've got money. So ZETA happy to investigate a lot of portions on the map. 10-10 right now in that op. Oh, this is a really dangerous angle.
It's a good angle for him though.
They walk into it, and that's going to be a punish!
Not tradable, Quack.
Blindside, Primi trying to hide across. It's
You have a TP, mate. He does this. He does this a little bit though, where he like wins the round and then gives him away back in because Primi sees him earlier.
The open angle sees the gun barrel, but what can you do around this?
Sneaks under. We do have a little bit of a
meanwhile, they exec over towards B, and this is the spike, and it's somehow just into a 1v3 to save him. This guy's 45 HP.
It should be it. 45 HP.
I mean, it is it.
For the plan in a 3 versus 1.
Planting a little bit shallow as well. The snake bite.
They got good util as well. Solid off angle. Damn, nicely done from ZETA. 2-0.
I hate to say it, but that's going to be it for Talon currently. In this week, at least, ZETA looking completely reinvigorated.
And I think it's out of Talon's hands now.
Across the series with a 2-0 win and a 13-10 scoreline on the final map.
Yeah, this time the dominoes won't fall back in Talon's favor after dropping the first map to reverse.